See, what they don't know is they're tuning in to DBYT Podcast. My name is Taisha Hines, and this is my show where I'll explore the ins and outs of the world around me. You can tune in every Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. All right, everybody. Welcome to DBYT. I'm your host, Taisha, and today we have Bralin. Y'all may remember him from our love language episode back in season 1, but he is back again. So we're going to get into this real quick. This generation is becoming worse by the day, and at times I really feel like if I was placed in the wrong one, to be honest with you. Nobody cares about anybody. They don't care about anything. The dating pool, poor, sad. It's disgusting. I hate it. And nobody wants to cater to anyone because if they do, they'll be labeled a simp. We're going to go through 3 major topics today. We're going to go through date intolerance, people willing to do things, and simping, whatever that's supposed to mean. So, Bralin, we're going to start off. How far are people willing to let someone string them along?
Until somebody gets hurt.
You think so? Do you think that's the intention for people to get hurt?
It's sad, but I don't think nobody has intentions to like hurt anybody, but it's just like it's gonna soon happen. Like somebody's gonna get hurt on one end or both ends. So
then, like, okay, answer me this: why start something with somebody if all you gonna end up doing is be like, I really didn't want a relationship in the first place?
I really think like this generation, they don't know exactly what they want, but at the same time, like they like I hate the word toxic, but they like the toxicity of it. So it just kind of like keeps them going. They don't think not logically, but like think like, okay, is this really what I want to do?
I don't.
For the fun.
Oh, the fun. What's fun? What's fun about getting people's feelings involved?
I mean, it's not fun getting nobody's feelings involved, but I guess what comes with it, I guess like the access to like a person, whether it's like I don't know, like the bond, the sex, all that. So.
But that's the crazy part about it all. It's like, you spending all this time with somebody, day in and day out, maybe even spending the night, y'all going out on dates, if whatever you consider a date to be. And like, do you not expect the other person to fall for you, like at all? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand that at all. It just, if you gonna play with people's feelings, just leave them alone. Like, especially if you was the one that came to them trying to get at them and they like, nah, I'm good on that. So why do you think people stay in a situationship though they want more?
It's a part of them that doesn't want to let it go. It's something that they see in that person may not see in themselves. So I think that probably they want to go, but it's like they're so reluctant just because they've been with that person for so long or during that time. So.
That's interesting. I think that people don't want to end up alone, and the fact that like, it's a lot of people, like, they see it all on social media all the time. Like, nobody wants to be in a relationship for real. Like you said, everybody's in it for the fun, or to be like they're a hot girl, or they a pimp, they a player, X, Y, and Z. And it's just like, y'all really playing yourselves because y'all investing all this time and all this longevity and everything, not looking at the bigger picture to where it's like, if y'all would stop playing, y'all could really boss up on everybody and become something for real. And I wish I could help guide people a little bit better, because it's like, I think that they would have a better success rate when it comes to dating. Because like, you can date people and not be like boyfriend and girlfriend. And I think that's where people kind of fall short, because it's like, if we talk about us doing whatever, like, you can call it whatever you want, friends with benefits, that's still a situation, because somebody's bound to get hurt in the end. Like, I was talking to somebody, and they were telling me, they're like, well, yeah, I just got out of my relationship. I'm back to the streets. Shorty done told me she done been with umpteen people since the breakup. And I'm like, bruh. I'm like, yo, calm down. Like, these men are not going anywhere. They're not. And I think, okay, be honest, if a girl is being like that fast, that quick, do y'all respect her like at all? Or like, is that just a thing in my head?
Me personally, I would respect her, because it's like, double standards, like, you know what I'm saying? Some people, like they can't fight their urges, but they're trying to like explore themselves like sexually. So I mean, I wouldn't judge them, but you know, I guess in society they'll probably judge them and be like, oh, she a hoe, she doing this, that, and the third. But like, I mean, what's to say about us? You know what I'm saying? So you can't really just point fingers because everybody has their experience. So
that's a very mature answer. I will say that, because in my eyes, like if I see you doing something really wild, like you are your like, what would you call it? You the controller, the master of your own life, right? So if you out here showing men like you're that easy every time with everybody, it's hard to look past it sometimes. So I think even if you gonna be a freak in disguise or something. Yeah, like definitely be safe, because I think people forget that diseases exist, infections exist, and if you out here being careless because you want to have fun or because you're hurt from the last dude who did you wrong or the last girl who did you wrong, you're gonna be hurting, all right. You're gonna be burning too, so you need to chill. Y'all just need to chill out. Okay, I've talked to some women and they wanted me to ask, they said, why do you believe straight men treat women like second-class citizens?
What do you mean it's like second-class citizen?
We had a conversation today in class about simps, remember? All right. So in that journey of going through simps, it's like men care about what they homeboys have to say over the women. So in return, when a man does something and they homeboys say like, bro, why are you doing all of this? They change. But why? Like, isn't the goal to get the girl and not to please the homeboys? Like, how old are we?
I think like with men, they kind of get misconstrued with like, okay, having your own like image and they're trying to be gangster. Like taking care of your woman, providing, that's gangster. And not listen to your homeboys. I mean, you have your own mind. You make your decisions. Like, you know, if that's the girl you love, you put in the work for it. Like, why listen to them? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just take it as a joke. Like, haha. But we all trying to get to that point. So, like, why? At me looking at it, I'm thinking, like, he trying to hop on her, trying to tell me, like, I'm a simp. Like, what? Like, come on.
That, you know what? I've seen that a few times. Not in real life. I never seen it in real life to where somebody was, like, trying to deceive their friend. But I'm also not a dude,
Trick
so
out your spot. I mean,
you know, right?
Yeah.
Like,
be aware of that too.
they I've seen people where they'll comfort their homeboy's girl, and it's like, why are you that close to her? Like,
exactly.
that's sneaky. I don't like that.
Yeah,
That's
me personally. If my homeboy got a girl, like, you know, I'd be cordial with him, but I ain't gonna like have too much conversation like that. So, what I gotta talk to her for?
What is there to talk about?
No, seriously. Like, my mom used to tell me, like, look, when you get a man, don't bring him around your friends like that, for real, because women are sneaky too. They act innocent, and I've heard stories from my other friends, like, they tell me, like, well, I guess it's happened to me too. Some of my old friends, bro, they stole my man right up on. That is so sad out loud. But I thought we was cool enough to know, like, hey, if I'm talking to him, you don't talk to him. Especially, like, the people who I was claiming to be, like, real close to me, they didn't care none about that. They just came in and then had the audacity to be like, oh, yeah, so he's like this. You don't say. He was my boyfriend first. I know that. Like, it was crazy growing up. But yeah, I quickly found that out. Well, it did take me a few years to piece it all together, but we eventually got it good and we not friends no more. But do you think that if women stop allowing men to treat them the way they do you think that the men will change?
I think so, yeah. Cause like the right man's gonna change for like the right woman that she wants. So like if you a boy and like she telling you like, I don't like this, I don't like that, and you don't change, then she's gonna leave. She's gonna find the next person or somebody better to her standards. So I think that, yeah.
Ooh, standards. That's crazy. So what are your standards when it comes to like looking for spouses and everything? Like,
they don't really change because I don't really ask for much. But I mean,
Oh, you a simple man?
I ain't simple, but it's like, I mean, certain like qualities that I look for that, like, I mean, it'll cover the rest. You know what I'm saying? So.
It's hard. It's hard to think about the standards because, like, sometimes what you like in somebody else, you won't like in the next person because they might do it differently or they might move differently as a whole. So it's like when I talk to people, my standards are like constantly changing because it's like what you accept from one person, you might not do it for the next person, or you're like even through your experiences, you learn like maybe I used to like this, but now I really don't. Like you grow out of things. I think that's kind of I don't know. It's kind of weird how you think you want something and then you end up like not wanting it at all. Like you want something maybe totally opposite of what you had.
Just building that connection. Like sometimes some things you pick up on, and then other things like y'all learn from each other. So it might kind of like change your standards or alter it. So that's why. Yeah.
Why do you think so many people in this generation have commitment issues?
Because they're afraid of commitment.
But why though? Like everybody is saying the same thing. Like they either don't want to be in a relationship, they want something that's easy, I guess to say. Why are we not ready for this stuff? Like
I think it's just a lot of things that playing a part, like their parents or like some people in their family, they're not like really married or not, they're divorced, and then other people like the stuff we see on TV, reality shows and stuff. Like it's not a joke, but like we don't really see like the old shows we used to watch when we were little, like nice family homes, like living life and everything, the luxury. So I think that plays a part. And then we also like a microwave like generation, like anything that's hot, people like hop on it. So like
that's
hot
true.
Hot boy, hot girl, city boys,
city girls. Yeah, it's like if like in a way it's like everybody wants to be the same exact person, and it's weird because everybody's literally going through the same exact things. Every time I talk to them, it's like, well, another failed talking stage, he just wasn't this or she just wasn't that, and it's like, how is everybody failing at this? This should not be that hard.
I would say also we kind of like pay attention to things that don't really like matter, or we don't acknowledge the things that should be acknowledged. You know, a person gets married or like they have like a nice little dinner or something like that. You know, we should acknowledge like, you know, not that, but we praise like celebrities and stuff every day. Like we don't even know these people, but like we just praise them and they break up and stuff like that. So it's like,
you know what's crazy? I was just talking to Quan about this earlier. I was like, it's funny how like a lot of people put their noses into celebrity business and not know anything about them really. Like the only thing you know is the things that other people who don't know them are putting out. Like these are whole humans trying to live their life, and y'all over here consistently judging them for things you don't know. And then on top of that, these people do not know you. They don't care anything about you, and y'all just like so far up they behind and everything. And it's just, I don't understand that. Like it's so much stuff I don't understand about this generation to why do y'all care so much about what the next person is doing? That's what I really want to know.
Because social media made the generation feel like they have to be perfect and anything. If they're not trying to build towards what they're getting to, then it's like, oh well, it's on to the next person. They feel like they have a certain amount of time to complete this before the next person comes up and they get skipped over. But meanwhile, they're only like 17, 18, 19 years old, and like they just not mad at the world, but they just feel like they failed, and like they shouldn't look at it that way.
I will say that social media has allowed us to compare ourselves heavily. Like you see, for instance, say you like somebody and y'all both follow a similar celebrity, and all they do, they just like every single thing that person posts, and you like, well, dang, should I start posting what that person does so I can get a like here and there? Or even it's like you got all these girls getting BBLs, tummy tucks, everything, just all types of plastic surgery, and you're just like, bro, why don't I look like that? Well, how do I get money faster? How do I invest in myself without like falling into this pit of like the like almost depression kind of? Because like that, if you keep comparing yourself to other people, especially who are in different situations than you, it's like you're gonna be sad because it's like everybody doing their own thing, but everybody want to do the same thing. So it's kind of weird. It's odd. I wish people would kind of get their individuality back, because it's like every time I look, is the same thing. Especially these rappers. I'm not liking these rappers no more. Like it, I don't even listen to rap anymore because it's like everybody's talking about the same thing, doing the same thing. But anyways, how do you feel about ride or dies?
It's good, but to a certain extent. Like, I mean, friendship is good because, you know, you have that unconditional love, the support. And, like, you know, like, if I don't have anything else to myself, I know this person has my back. So it's good, like, having that reassurance. But, like, in a relationship, I guess because y'all still trying to learn each other, like, it's kind of unhealthy because you don't know, like, what her intentions are, what your intentions are. So if anything falls off, then you don't feel, like, burnt out or anything like that. But also, like, even deep in the relationship, you don't want, I mean, yeah, ride or die, but, like, just kind of, like, have that space. I don't know if I answered your question.
I think with it, honestly, I kind of think the reverse, because of the fact that when I get old enough and, like, you know, well established in my relationship, I would like somebody who would be there for me unconditionally. And like your friends, they are a toss up at times. I guess maybe I've had bad experiences or not the best experiences when it comes to friends. So it's like, I know how replaceable they are. So it's like, if I could find a man who wants to be, like, down for me regardless, like, if I'm down, he got me. If he down, I got him type thing. I would like to find that. Because at the end of the day, that's who you trying, like, you trying to get a forever person and not, like, your friends. Like, your friends gonna be there regardless. Like, and when I say that, it's like, whether you're with somebody or you're not, they're gonna be there regardless if they really your friend. So, I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, in a committed relationship, you definitely ride it out.
Oh, so you were just saying, like, in the beginning stages. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Recently, before I get in a relationship, because I've been telling myself this for, like, the past year and a half or so, I don't want to get in another relationship unless we have a foundation, and I know for certain you not finna be on no grimy jump, because it's like, I'm getting older, obviously, not getting younger, and it's like, you want somebody who you could build your family with, who you can build your finances with, and everything else. Like, you want to travel with them and everything. You want to feel safe with them while you doing all of this. So it's like, I'm not finna be settling for none of this, none of the crazy shenanigans at all. So if we gonna ride, we gonna die together. Nah, but for real though, like, I just want somebody who, you know, can live up to the expectation of being there consistently. Because who got time for all the games? I'm tired of playing games with this generation. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, with the women who apply pressure to men to be in a relationship, do you feel like that is a good step, or do you think that will set her back?
I think that's a good step.
Okay.
Like, as a man, I welcome it. Like, you apply pressure, and that gives me a good intention that we're going to be, like, in a good, like, establish a good relationship. Because, I mean, of course, a man is, of course, supposed to apply pressure to the woman he desires, but, like, if she does it, it's like a plus.
Okay.
So
I've heard like, when women shoot their shot at men first, that does give them a leg up. I've heard that before. I didn't know how true it was, because sometimes I shoot my shot, I miss, but I mean, it's like, I don't dwell on it though, you know? I mean, you miss something, you put something in the basket. I mean, it's a game to everybody, apparently. So I've also read, I got this part from online on Instagram, and the quote was, "If you take pressure off, you'll see what they'd rather do." So say a girl was like, you know, she pressing for you and whatnot, and you're not really giving her the time of day. When she releases that pressure and she pulls back, does that incline men to, like, want to get at her more, or kind of just be like, oh, I'm glad she gone?
I ain't never been in that situation.
Really?
But I would just say, like, I guess from that perspective, I mean, if I was interested in her and she's pulling back, I'm like, well, dang, what happened? Well, what happened to all this energy? So I would think I would be doing something wrong. So I know it's probably I had to like step up or like put more energy in the relationship. So that's how I look at it.
I guess like I kind of relate to this in the slightest way, because it's like sometimes I like somebody and then I feel like they're not putting enough energy, like you said, or effort into it, and I'm like, well, maybe they're not that into me. I might think like, oh, maybe they're busy, and I start making up excuses sometimes for people, and then like you fall back and they're like, oh, you don't mess with me no more. And it's like, well, you weren't messing with me when I was trying to be with you, so I don't understand what the pressure is. Like, what's that about? I don't get it.
But I mean, I used to think like that, but I guess like now you just gotta go off like the vibe. Because I mean, you want to put somebody, you want to guide them to where they want to go, but it's kind of like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So you kind of gotta like give them little, what's the word?
Hints, maybe?
I guess little hints and stuff like that. Little like, not appreciation, but I guess like, yeah, something to show them like you applying pressure. But don't give them everything. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. So.
What would you suggest a girl do? Like, I need help. I don't know what to do, Bralin.
I was saying for a guy's perspective. I was speaking for a guy, but I don't know for women.
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard out here because it's like, I don't want to, because I'm not a desperate woman. Like, I can do without. Don't get it twisted. It's just like sometimes you want a man to see you and like kind of be like, oh yeah, I'm rocking with her because she's so dope. And it's like, some people don't see that. And it's like, how are you not seeing that? It's weird. I don't know, Barrett. I
don't know. I guess, I don't know, like pool of people you're around or something like that. I try to explore as much as I can, meet with people. And like expand myself. So meet as many new faces as I can, because you never know who you might stumble upon. So,
right.
Things like that. I kind of try to switch things up.
The thing, like, I can't talk to a lot of people at the same time because, one, I get drained. Like, I've tried it before, like, not dating them, like, not being with them as in their girlfriend or anything, but, like, just trying to see, like, how different people are. That's a lot of work. You gotta learn everything. From the boring stuff to the, if they're a poor texter, or are they better in person, like, well, matter of fact, when I was younger, I don't do it anymore because it's honestly too much to keep up with, because like they start telling you birthdays and favorite things to do, and everybody say the same thing. Oh, I'm adventurous, and you.
I just take it as like having a conversation, like getting to know them, and then I guess like how the conversation is flowing, and then you get to like different, like deeper stuff. That's kind of like how you kind of like separate the ones from the other ones.
Yeah, I say like and I know this is the cliche part of it all, but it's like the people with the personalities, like who can take a joke, are the best people to talk to. Because I've talked to men where they either lack intelligence or they lack personality, and it's like either is not good, because if you're talking to somebody who lacks intelligence, they never know what you're talking about. And then you got to over-explain everything to them. And that is exhausting for me, because I'm like, I wish you'd understand what I'm talking about. If they don't have any personality, it's like anything you say, because I like to laugh with people all the time. If I can't get you to laugh, it's basically, it's dead to me, because it's like, bro, why are you not understanding that I just want to make you smile, like on some sappy? Oh, wow, that's crazy. That used to be a word, sap. And now it's simp. That's crazy. So speaking of simping, what is that?
Isn't a simp like a person that like, I guess cares too much? Or like he's judged by like doing, I don't know, like acts of kindness or something? I don't know. Too much of, yeah. I don't know.
The thing about all of these generational terminologies like that just pop up out of nowhere, nobody knows what they really mean. Like, out of nowhere. Like, that's the other day I was on Instagram and I'm like, yo, so to get this straight, a simp is just when somebody likes a girl, like, or if you like somebody a lot, and what else? That's it? It's weird. Like, people really, like, real deal getting judged for liking people and then getting called this negative connotation of a simp. so that they won't like that person anymore. Like, why are you worried about what the next man or woman is liking?
That's just an over masculine thing, I guess. Like,
oh, you want to talk about hegemonic masculinity? It definitely is, because we are going. But yeah, I think a simp. I don't even like the term. I really don't. I think the word is derogatory, but it's very bad. Like, y'all dead serious putting people down for trying to care about somebody. Last time I checked, we are literally grown. Shouldn't we be looking for somebody to like? Like, don't you want somebody to like you? I thought that was the goal. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But any last remarks, questions, advice to the people?
I'm trying to think of some questions for you.
Oh, I'm ready. Hit me with the questions. I got answers for days.
What is a woman's version of apply pressure? So how would you want a guy to apply pressure?
Okay. Let me think about that. How would I want a guy to apply pressure? Well, one, his approach is everything to me, because the people who go in your DM with the hard eyes and everything, I automatically am turned off. I don't like it. If you want to talk to me, use your words. Don't approach me on no crazy junk like, hey, shorty, let me get your number, Ed. You too loud. Calm down. I like, if we're in person, come up to me respectfully. Like, say some nice stuff. Like, oh, I like your hair. I like, what's your name? Oh, you got a pretty name. Something smooth. Don't be weird with the stuff, because then you're just going to make it awkward, because I already don't know you. And now I don't want to get to know you because you're being weird. But yeah, just be respectful when you come up to people and treat them with kindness. And I know sometimes it's hard, because there's a lot of females out there who will turn you down almost as soon as you come. But everybody's not like that, honestly. Just even if you have to kind of, what would you say, scout the girl for a little bit just to see what kind of vibe she giving off or whatever. If she seems happy, try it out. If she doesn't, just stay away from her, because at the end of the day, she could either turn you down and you be kind of mad about it, or you just be like, hey, I should have did a little bit more research.
Do you think it's harder to date people now in this generation than it was with our parents?
Yes, I think that the people in our generation are scared, and back then I think they were more willing to take a risk, because they weren't worried about if their heart would be broken, because they understood that so say we have social media, which makes it easier for us to access other people. So in our mind, it's well, if this one doesn't like me, I can just move on really quickly, or I could just ignore everybody because my feelings are hurt. I don't think they were tougher than we were or are. I think that this generation is very soft. And that that's why it's harder to date, because it's everybody, first of all, everybody think their opinion matters. So I know that sounds bad, but everything that comes up doesn't need to be addressed, if that makes sense. And why I say that is because you could lose out on a good thing by talking too much, by saying things you don't really know about, because everybody thinks they know everything nowadays. So it's they feel like they are inclined to almost having an opinion about everything. And sometimes when you talk and you sound dumb because you don't know what you're talking about, it doesn't make for a good dating life, because obviously when you're dating, you have to have conversations to see what this person's mindset is like, because it's not all about the physical outer shell appearance. It's about what's really up here. Because I'm just saying, because I think a lot of people get misconstrued when trying to find somebody. They try to find the finest man or the baddest girl, and it's so after you're done looking at her and have to actually talk to him or her, what? You just talking to an empty shell, but at least she look good. At least he look good, right? What are they bringing to the table? I feel also people have these expectations of other people instead of letting people be who they are. they already have this image and this version of them in their head, which makes it more difficult to be yourself when people are putting all of these pressures on you. So it's like, well, if I can't be myself around you, I don't want to be with you. And that's me. If somebody is telling me like, oh, I wish you would do this and that, and I'm like, I wish you would. Like, but you're not even doing it. Don't expect nothing from me that you can't supply yourself. And understand that I am more than my face, because a lot of people, so many people get this misconception that just because I'm a pretty girl, I don't know nothing. We both know that's a lie. So it's like, just let people be themselves, and I think our dating lives would be a lot easier. Well, guys, that was I don't even know what to this was Dating Tolerance with me and Bralin tonight on DBYT. I hope y'all tune in the next week, where we'll be introducing another guest with another topic. I'm Taisha, that was Bralin, and we out.